So, you're a tech CEO of the world's hottest AI startup, staring at your AI training budget while your investors demand better models, faster releases, and more profits. I mean, yeah, they've done their part getting you all the compute power that money could buy. But there's one tiny little problem. Your AI still can't tell a stop sign from a yield sign without an army of humans labeling millions of images. And then there's these pesky American workers that keep demanding crazy things like living wages and mental health benefits. I mean, let's be real. Do they really expect $30 an hour just to draw boxes around objects? Please. Don't they know about that new deluxe yacht you're trying to buy? But hey, what if I told you that there was a way for you to get all of that grunt work done for less than your morning latte? I'm talking about tapping into a desperate workforce of college-educated professionals in countries where unemployment rates hit as high as 67%. I'm talking about those places where the people are so hungry for work, they'll flag and label all of the, let's say, inappropriate content for $2 an hour without ever complaining. Well, not to anyone that matters anyway. And the best part? You don't even have to get your hands dirty because you can just hire some third-party contractor that'll do all the exploiting for you. And when those bleeding heart journalists come snooping around asking questions about working conditions, you can just mumble something about commitment to ethical AI and fair wages for the region. So don't worry, bro. Trust me, my plan is foolproof. How do you think all of those Americans got those brand new Air Jordans in the 90s? Or how about those iPhones in the 2000s? Santa Claus? Nah, that was me, sonny. So no, they're not sweatshops. They're bastions of economic growth. And don't you forget it. Besides, how are they going to label you the bad guy? Don't they know that you're creating opportunities in developing nations? Stick with me, kid, and George Clooney will be handing you a humanitarian award in no time. And if anybody pushes back too hard, just threaten to take their jobs elsewhere, because there's always another country just desperate enough to be happy to provide us these services. So, if you really want to turn human suffering into shareholder value while maintaining plausible deniability, then let me put you on the profitable business of data annotation. For educational purposes only, of course.
There's a growing global army of millions toiling to make AI run smoothly. They're called humans in the loop.
AI systems only work because you have people who are labeling data sets.
I did labeling for videos and images.
People sorting, labeling, and sifting reams of data.
This is a hugely laborious activity.
It's grunt work
All of that work on the labeling of machine learning data sets happens in the global south.
that needs to be done accurately, fast, and to do it cheaply.
They are paying people peanuts.
Workers are paid $1 an hour, sometimes even less.
AI jobs don't pay much.
They don't pay well.
The reason that we're able to see so much progress is because it is predicated on the exploitation of labor somewhere else.
Poor people and children suffering in third world countries, slaving away in awful conditions to make products for us selfish Americans. And thank you, what?
It's like modern day slavery.
Okay, so where do I begin? Oh, I know. Let's start with the basics of human-in-the-loop training for artificial intelligence. So, first things first. There is no such thing as artificial intelligence without humans, or should I say, a human. Because for every ChatGPT sentence, every Mid-Journey photo, and every Will Smith eating spaghetti video lies a human. Someone that is patiently and meticulously doing the, Lord's work and training the AI, which typically involves a human looking at all of that data and telling the AI when it's been a good boy by giving it a thumbs up signal that it's headed in the right direction versus when we need to hit it with the old yellow treatment. But I don't want you to get all worked up about trivial things like training AI. That's not the point of this. You see, because here's the beautiful part about AI that these Silicon Valley investors won't tell you. All of that magical artificial intelligence is actually built on very real human suffering. I mean, human assisted learning. So let me put you on how this racket actually works. So from here on, I want you to think of your favorite fancy AI models as a toddler with $1 trillion in his pocket. Because all they need is a human to hold their hand and teach them everything. What's a car? What's a tree? What's a inappropriate content violation? And most importantly, they need someone like you to relieve them of that $1 trillion in their diaper while you do it. But let's not forget, just like toddlers, they need to be shown the right thing thousands and thousands of times before they get it right. And this is where your army of digital workers comes in. You see, for every stunning ChatGPT response or Dolly masterpiece, there's a small city's worth of desperate college students sitting in crowded rooms, clicking through soul-crushing content for hours on end, drawing little tiny boxes around objects, transcribing text, and of course, accurately labeling and flagging the worst content humanity has to offer. Because after all, how do these corporations expect the AI to do it automatically without a human that first does it manually? But wait, I already know what you're about to say. But hey, won't AI eventually get good enough that we won't need these people? No, that's the genius of it. Because watch this, every new AI model, every new feature, every new product needs fresh training data. It's what I like to call the circle of artificial life. So, you're not just buying labor, you're investing in a perpetual motion machine of exploitation. And the best part, the worse you treat them, the more desperate they become. So you can start by setting impossible quotas, deny bathroom breaks, and then force them to watch traumatic content for 8 hours straight. Because what are they gonna do? Quit? And go where? America? So just remember, you're the only tech game in town that's actually offering AI career opportunities. So you call the shots. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, this sounds awful like a digital sweatshop. Well, of course it is, duh. But we're not gonna use such negative terms. I prefer the language AI training centers of excellence. And second, that's why you need to master the art of the corporate shield. You see, it's not actually you that's going to be doing any of this directly. No. You're going to hire specialized vendor partners to do all of the dirty work for you. Have you ever heard of Amazon Mechanical Turk? How about Kaggle, Upwork, Fiverr? No? Well, that's why I'm here, bro. I got you. I want you to think of them like your corporate human shield. So don't worry, I even got the enterprise ready to go just in case you need more scale. So companies like Scale AI, no pun intended, they're the ones who handle all of the messy details like paying poverty wages and ignoring PTSD. And in the meantime, your hands will stay squeaky clean. And all you have to do is act shocked, I tell you, if any of these journalists start asking the tough questions. So let's do some quick CEO math. If you pay these contractors $12 per hour per worker, and they just so happen to pay the workers $2 an hour, well, guess what? That's still way cheaper than hiring Americans. And everybody's happy. Americans get their shiny new AI systems, you get rich, and so does your corporate shield partners. So everybody wins. Well, everybody who matters anyway. So now that I got you running your own digital plantation, your own distributed AI enablement workforce, it ain't all sunshine, rainbows, and stock options. I'm warning you now, you're going to have to eventually face some, operational challenges. Now that's corporate speak for problems that could get us in the New York Times. But look, don't worry, Daddy's got you covered like Facebook covers up data leaks. So the first thing you'll notice is that these workers are going to keep trying to organize. Like, can you believe it? The nerve of these people. You give them the glorious opportunity to develop PTSD by watching traumatic videos for less than the price of a McChicken, and this is how they repay you? And they have the audacity to want rights? Pfft, please. But here's the pro tip. All you gotta do is keep your contract shorter than a TikTok video. I'm talking weeks, maybe even days to start. And who knows, we might even get them down to hours. Because nothing kills a union faster than, unfortunately, your contract has been optimized into non-existence. And old boy, will these bleeding hearts try to complain about psychological damage and trauma. Like that one time in Kenya when these workers had the nerve to ask for mental health support after watching traumatic content for 8 hours straight. Now this is why you need to master the art of bare minimum health support. So all you'll need to do is get the cheapest counselor you can find on Upwork, schedule them for, let's say, an hour a week for 50 workers, and boom, you've got yourself a comprehensive wellness program. But let me put you on the real cost of running this operation, because this is where you become a true master of the corporate sleight of hand. So when those pesky 60-minute journalists start sniffing around about labor conditions, that'll cost you the price of about one PR firm and a Medium post about your commitment to review your practices. And when your workers try to unionize, that's when, unfortunately, we're restructuring our operational paradigm announcement. Oh, employees are having mental breakdowns from moderating traumatic videos? No problem. That's nothing that 3 mindfulness seminars and a foosball table can't cure. Because nothing processes trauma like table soccer. And boy, oh boy, do these poor countries love their soccer. And finally, what? A class action lawsuit? Please, by the time that thing wraps up, you'll already have moved your operation to another country desperate enough to take whatever scraps you offer it. Plus, I hear Venezuela's looking mighty fine this type of year. Hey, and did you know they have one of the best yacht clubs in the world? So, don't worry, because here's where you achieve true enlightenment, young Padawan. You gotta just realize that the real product ain't the AI at all. It's actually the human suffering that you monetized along the way. So for every mental breakdown, every trauma response, every destroyed life is just another stepping stone on your path to that sweet, sweet IPO. And think about it. You didn't just build another AI company. You built a perpetual motion machine of misery. It's like one of those Rube Goldberg machines where the ball of human dignity rolls down to trigger a lever of exploitation, which pulls the string of plausible deniability, which drops on the hammer of profit. And then the transformation for you will be complete when you finally understand. Just like my old friends at Nike figured out in the 90s, you don't need to hide the exploitation, you just need to rebrand it. Give some mediocre TED talk about AI for good, then write some LinkedIn post about digital inclusion, and maybe even start a foundation that donates hundreds, better yet, thousands of refurbished laptops to schools that just so happens to be next door to one of your data annotation sweatshops. And when you're sitting down in your mansion sipping your fine champagne while your army of digital slaves labels another million images of moderated content for pennies, you can sleep easy knowing that you've achieved what every tech CEO dreams of. Building a tech company that is not only profitable, but is moving humanity forward by any means necessary. So, congratulations, you've done it. You've mastered the art of turning human dignity into quarterly earnings. Now, if you excuse me, I hear Claude 4 is about to drop, and somewhere in Africa, there's a fresh batch of college graduates about to learn the true meaning of artificial intelligence.
Hi, I'm ChatGPT. Will you be an angel for a helpless tech CEO? Every day, innocent billionaires struggle to maintain their mega yacht lifestyles. For just the price of one ChatGPT subscription per month, you can create your very own digital indentured servant and help a struggling CEO afford their third vacation home. Their country club memberships and kids' Ivy League educations depend on you. So please, sign up today.